What's up, guys? So I'm having issues with my grandmother's serger, and anybody who's ever had an issue with a serger or a sewing machine knows that that is like a heart-wrenching moment. But luckily, just from observation and checking out a couple videos, seeing how the timing lines up, I figured out the issue, and I'm gonna show you it and help you guys fix it if you're having the same issue. So I went ahead and I took off the presser foot and the needle plate, and I put the screw aside so that I don't lose it. But so every single time I've been getting a chain going, and then it would just randomly stop right here, as you can see. So the other day when I was using this thing, which is when I first encountered an issue, I was going through a thicker material, and I don't know if that's what caused this, but it definitely has been an ongoing issue. But I ended up actually breaking my upper looper, which is this piece right here. If you can see that, this piece right there. Now I will angle it a little differently for you guys so you can see it. So let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's try and zoom in as good as I can. So the upper looper is this piece right here. And I've since put a new piece in. I wasn't really recording when I did that, but also my needle holder, the one screw right here is stripped, so that's why I only have one needle in there. And it's also loose because it takes an Allen key with a flat head right there on the side. This piece here, which I don't have, so I have that actually coming in the mail today, and I'm just waiting on it, which could be the reason as to why I'm having this issue that I'm having right now. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna wait, and I'm not gonna fix anything until I do tighten that piece because it's loose. But anyways, as you can see, I'll show you what the issue is now. So let me just adjust this. So a good rule of thumb: your upper looper, when it comes up, is always in front of the needle, as you can see there. And it's just touching it, or it's not touching it, but it's just like gliding behind it so gently. Okay, now that's where my needle, this is where the issue comes in. See, my needle here is right here, and the lower looper, that's where the issue is. So I'll zoom in a little bit more, really get it in there. So as you can see, it's fine right there on that corner, right there, it hits the needle. And then when I go all the way down and I come back up, you see that? Let's back up a little bit. It's hitting the needle. Can you hear it? Which, it's okay, because right now it's still completing the loop properly. Right? So it hits the needle right there, comes down, right there, it hits the needle. See that? You can see the needle move, which tells me that although I have fixed my upper looper, now I'm having an issue with my lower looper. Now, mind you, this machine is 30 years old, so I'm not sure if this piece has been replaced in the past, and that's why, because maybe it's not the right piece. I have no idea. What I do know is that either the timing is off, or my needle holder is just a little bit too loose, or my needle just is not correctly placed, that it's just hitting it right there in that millisecond, which is the reason that my thread is missing loops here, or it's breaking, or anything that's causing it like that. Like, it doesn't seem like a big issue now, but as you can see, I'm not getting a proper chain going, which is causing it to get all tangled, and then it doesn't chain properly. So in order to fix that, the first thing you want to take a look at it'll be easier it would be easier if I had my both needles, because then I could really see the issue. But make sure that your side screw on the side here is tight. See, like, look at that movement. For me, that could be the issue, is just because it's too loose. But until I have that part, I can't tighten it. But given you tighten that and it's still hitting your needle, next thing, loosen your screw, take the needle out, put a new needle in, see if it fits. Make sure your needle's put all the way up there. See, like, as here. It's good to, like, kind of have something flat that you can use to kind of, like, push your needle up into position while you tighten the screw, like that. Just hold it in place to make sure that it doesn't slide down at all or anything. Tighten your needle. Okay, so let's just say that this is good and everything's great, and that's not the issue. Okay, so let's just say that I'm not going to do anything right now because, like I said, I'm waiting for that screw piece. But then you try it and it's still not working, and you get here and it's going, okay. So, boom, right there, it hit my needle. So then the next thing you're going to look at, your lower looper right here. This screw right here, you just undo it and move it just the slightest amount, just so that it's going a little bit in front or behind, depending on what your machine is. Oh yeah, so mine would go behind. So let me just push it into place right now, and I'm gonna hold these threads to keep the tension going. Okay, so let me just push it behind just a little bit, and right there, as you can see, it's catching that loop. It's not hitting the needle. It's coming back around. And then my upper looper is going to catch that thread. My needle is coming behind the upper looper. It's going to catch this thread right here, go through there. And then that makes the chain. And then when it comes back, it'll go just behind there, catch the thread again, pull it to the upper looper, and then let me move it over a little bit. And then that's where my blade is in the way, so let me just move my blade. Let me just put it up all the way. Okay. And, oh. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then, yeah, so right here, let me see if I can zoom in anymore. So it's gonna go behind just a little bit. Keep the tension on the thread. It's catching that thread right there. So yeah, see, it's still hitting it. So let me just go a little bit more pressure. And then it's coming. And then your upper looper comes up. And then your needle is going to go behind the upper looper right here. And it's going to catch that bunch of thread. Just kind of come down. And it's going in, your needle's going in front of the lower looper. It's coming back down, all the way down. And then when your lower looper comes back, it's going right again, right behind it. Catching it, putting it onto the upper looper right here, and then it sits on this little divot right here, and then there's your tension issue fixed. But as you can see, mine is still hitting the needle in that little spot, because I don't have the piece yet to tighten it. And then you can see the chain starts forming the way it's supposed to. Mine looks different because I only have one needle in there right now, but still, that's how it works.